Hello friends and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. In this video, which is the latest in a Windows tips and tricks series, we'll be learning different ways of doing a print screen in Windows. We do know the concept of getting a screenshot or something, sometimes it's called a print screen, screenshot, screen capture. You will hear these things in the corporate environment, in the office, even when we were working from home and we're chatting with our colleague, even working from home. And this is a very handy Windows feature that we could use for multiple ways, like documentation, capturing evidence for an email that we want to explain something. So here we will look at different ways of capturing, doing screenshot, and all of these are leveraging on a built-in Windows thing or tool, memory holder, if you may call it, which is called Clipboard. Clipboard, as you know, if when you do a copy, or you can paste. After you do a copy, that object that which you have copied is temporarily stored in a memory storage space called the clipboard. So same thing with doing a screenshot. So here we'll look at different ways, and the first one we will look at is the very familiar print screen. If you look at your keyboard, the keyboard may vary just a little bit. For some keyboards it will be PRT-SC. For some it would be PRT-SCR, but they won't vary that much. It will be something very similar to this one. So when you see that key, which is somewhere on your right, somewhere near the numeric keypad, that's the one that will be used for doing a print screen, doing a screenshot. Okay, when you click on that print screen button or key, what it does is it will just capture the whole screen, the whole view of your desktop, laptop, or Windows device. Okay, so if we will do that now, I will press on the key, which is PRT-SC. Okay, and then I've opened Microsoft Paint over here. Like I mentioned, after you click on the print screen key, what happens in the background is that the image that you see on your desktop gets captured and copied into the memory space called Clipboard. So now you will paste it. You open a photo editor such as Microsoft Paint, then you do a Control-V to paste it. So when you do that, you can see this is a screenshot of the whole screen. Again, you're just seeing a fraction of my whole desktop because I have optimized this for those who are viewing this video from cell phone, from mobile device. But in reality, when you click on that PRT-SC button, it does a screenshot of the whole screen, okay, which you can see in our illustration over here, meaning it doesn't have a selective, it blindly just captures the whole screen. Everything that's being shown on your desktop gets captured as an image. Okay, so I clear this. That's the first. The second option we have is this. You'll be pressing on the alternate key plus the print screen. When I say plus, you don't need to press on the plus key. What I mean is while the Alt is pressed, don't let go with that, and then you press on the print screen. So while Alt is pressed, you press on the print screen. That's the meaning of the plus sign here. So meaning with this key combination of Alt print screen, what it does is, as compared to the previous example, this one is only capturing the active application. What do you mean by active application? For instance, here I have Paint open, as you can see. I have also opened a calculator. So let's just say you have several applications or windows open in your session, in your desktop. And okay, I'll open another one. So now you have 2 applications open or 3 windows open. Now you'll see the difference of just simply pressing the print screen and pressing Alt in combination with the print screen button or key. Okay, so now I will do a Alt print screen. And what it will do is it will capture the active application. Active is I have 2 applications open, Paint, Calculator, and the Notepad. Whichever is the topmost is the active. So in this case, you're looking at the Notepad. That's the topmost. That's the so-called active application. If I click on the calculator, then that becomes the new active application. So I will now press on Alt print screen. You will not see it happen because things are happening in the background. So now when I click on the Microsoft Paint, remember that whatever I copied has now been captured and stored in the clipboard. So now I can do a paste by Control V, using Control V. And as expected, because we did an Alt print screen, it only captures the active application, which is in our case, in my example over here, the active application at the time of doing a screenshot or print screen was the calculator. So naturally, what you see now, it only captured the calculator. Okay, so that's the second example. The third example, or the third method we have in Windows in doing a screenshot, print screen, screen capture is this. Using a built-in Windows application called Snipping Tool, which is relatively new. I don't know how many years old it is. So if I go to the Windows search field, I can type on Snipping Tool, SNI, so it comes there, it comes up. So that's the Snipping Tool. It's the one where we wanted to use. So we click on that. It opens this Snipping Tool. And the Snipping Tool is it's not a new application, but for those who are not familiar with it, it offers more options and flexibility in doing a screenshot, doing a screen capture. So it's like an upgrade of the already existing functionality of doing a print screen in Windows. Okay, so with this, you have a couple of modes over here. You can look at this drop down. Okay, so normally what I would do is, after opening Snipping Tool, the most commonly used method or mode of using this is the rectangular snip. Okay, so let's do the rectangular snip. So I will click on New. So with that, you will see a plus sign. I'm showing you now. What it does is the Snipping Tool is waiting for you to specify the upper left-hand corner and the lower right-hand corner of the view that you wanted to capture, or the portion or whichever part of the screen that you want to capture. This is assuming you don't want to capture everything, because if you wanted to capture everything, then you should have just simply pressed on the print screen key or button. And then if you only wanted to capture the active application or window, then you should have just pressed on the Alt print screen. But here you have some flexibility. So let's just say I just wanted to capture this part over here, the word standard, and this part. Okay, so it did a rectangular snip of that section which I've specified. Okay, so that is using the Snipping Tool on the mode called rectangular. Let's try the other one. You can explore during your free time, but I'll try another one. It's called Freeform Snip. So when we do a freeform snip, as the name suggests, it's it gives you the free hand of specifying the shape of what it is you wanted to capture. So I click on that, and sure enough, it gives you the flexibility of specifying the shape of the part of the screen that you wanted to capture. So in this case, that was the shape. Very irregular, but nevertheless, Snipping Tool was able to capture it for whatever reason that you need this kind of shape. Okay, so that's the Snipping Tool. Remember, the first thing we used was using the print screen key, which most of us are very familiar with. The second is using the combination of the Alt and the print screen key. Third is using the Snipping Tool. The fourth is very similar to the third example. So this is simply the combination, key combination of Windows, the Windows button on your keyboard, plus the Shift button, plus the letter S. Again, the plus doesn't mean you're pressing the plus sign, but it's just saying while Windows key is pressed, you press on Shift and then S. Okay, what it will do is it will invoke or call the Snipping Tool, which we have just seen in a previous example. So this is an easier way of calling the Snipping Tool. Although, if you think this is too much for you, meaning why have a combination of three keys, you can have that option of specifying a different key combination within Snipping Tool itself. So anyway, we'll try this. I'll press on the Windows key. While it is pressed, press on Shift, and then while it is pressed, press on S. So you don't see the dialog coming. It's somewhere above the screen out of your view, but I will click on the rectangular snip, and then like what we did in Snipping Tool, like it's the same. It prompts me to specify the upper and lower bounds of the screenshot that I wanted to take. Okay, and it again, you don't see it, but okay, here it goes. So it captures that image which I have specified, puts it in the clipboard, ready to be used. At the same time, it opens an application, Windows application called Snip and Sketch, which is like a step up of the Snipping Tool. Okay, so I'll close this. So there you go. We have seen 4 ways. There could be more. There are surely more ways of doing this, but this is already good enough to know these options. Again, the very basic one is using the print screen key, which is in our keyboard. It captures the whole screen. Second is doing a key combination of Alt plus print screen, which instead of capturing the whole desktop, the whole screen view, captures only the active application, or sometimes called the topmost. Third is taking a screenshot using a built-in Windows application called Snipping Tool, which gives you more options such as a freeform, rectangular snip, etc. And finally, the fourth way of taking a screenshot was using the key combination of Windows button or key plus Shift plus S, which is just a quicker way of calling the Snipping Tool. There you go. I hope we've learned something new from this video. It's not that long, but I hope it's really a nugget for you and something you could use in your daily work, be it for your schoolwork or office work. May it make your life easier. Okay, so thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and click the bell, and I will see you in the next video.